Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another Three Hammers podcast. Here as always with Luke and Lee. How we doing, lads?
Yeah,
Good
very well,
mate, nice
thank
to see
you.
you again.
Yes, good to see you as always. Quite a bit actually on the agenda to talk about this week. First of all, might as well go straight in. Man United, the 1-1 draw at the weekend. Same as always. What's your thoughts, lads? Lee, as always there, travelling.
Okay, so from the beginning, I thought great first 15 minutes. We had a very quick start for once, which was good. They it was sort of as if their game plan was to contain us for the first 15. Showed us a lot of respect, which shows how far we've come.
What about the lineup? I would have liked to have seen Sacco start with Carroll, to be honest.
I would. I mean, Emeneki works hard. I think he just lacks. I mean, that header, he's got to score it anywhere other than where he puts it.
I think the clean through as well. I think when he was clean through, dragged it wide, I think Sacco scores that.
Yeah. It's a difficult one for Slav because obviously you don't feel like Sacco's ready to start yet. So then do you start him and bring him off, or do you bring him on as an impact?
I mean,
Jury's out for me at the moment with him. I was sort of getting more convinced, and it's like he's one of those. He needs like 5-6 chances a game.
Yeah, no, it's like I said the other week. You know, I like him. You know, he works hard, but let's be honest, he's what, fourth choice. He's not going to be here next year. He's doing a job, and he's doing
He's better than Jelic.
Yeah. So
he's a good option to have, as you say, from the bench. I think.
Yeah, he's never going to be first choice, but you know, he works hard and he's handy to have.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the obvious, the wonder goal, I thought Carroll was outstanding.
I did. I thought he
really held the ball up well. He covered on the left wing, he covered on the right. He was all over that pitch. And in fact, I'm a big fan of Bilic. He's had a great season, but I think taking him off, was it the right call? I don't know.
No, I don't think it was, because when he came off, that's when the game really changed.
Yeah, and if you watch it, it was Sacco was the one who sort of was looking behind, who Martial sort of come at. So Sacco didn't read that run. Not that he's a defender, but obviously, I think you said it, Paul. Joey O'Brien should have come on at that point.
Yeah.
Just to shore things up. He's not the best player in the world, but he is a natural right back for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I thought Alex Song maybe as well would have been a good shout. Someone who can keep the ball.
Yeah, exactly. A more defensive sub. That's what was needed. Like I say, Luke said in his review, and I said to him at the time, I said it was brave for Bilic to bring on another striker, but it was needless. You know, you're 1-0 up away from home at Old Trafford, 10 minutes to go. You know, you're in a cup quarter final. That's not the time to be trying to goal out and score another goal. No,
I kind of think that he thought we could grab one on the break, a second goal with the pace that Valencia has.
He said that himself, that he thought we could go and get another one.
Perhaps showing a bit of naivety, I guess, is all we can put it down to. But looking sort of back, Payet does it again with a free kick, almost identical to the Blackburn one, but against the world-class keeper.
It reminded me of Beckham against Greece. It was of that sort of calibre, just unbelievable, like the way it went in.
Fantastic. I mean, he knew it was in. As soon as it left his boot, he knew that was going in. Yeah, fantastic.
I mean, my initial thought at the time. Funny thing is, before I say that, before the game, he was practicing from that exact position, and when we got the free kick, I said that's where he was putting them before the game, but everyone before the game was going wide or.
Let me put this to you, right? Because I read this today. Sorry, Lee. I read this today on News Up Mother Brown, and I thought it was an interesting point. Someone said, because there's been a lot of talk saying that was it a penalty? Wasn't it a penalty? And for that free kick, Payet went down easy, which he did, but you know it was a foul anyway. Don't get me wrong, it was a foul. But he went down a bit easy, and the person, I can't remember their name, but they said that it looks like Payet is specifically running into that position where he likes taking free kicks from, and then trying to get brought down. So he's got a free kick from that position. I thought that was quite. If that's true, that's clever from Payet.
I think that it shows that sort of intelligence to go. I know I can score from here. If I can win a free kick here, go for it.
Something to look out for.
The other good thing as well is that now people know what he can do. They won't want to tackle our players near the edge of the box.
Yeah. He's so good at he's so good at that free kick from like just outside the 18 yards where he whips it in for the cross as well. He's so good at that free kick as well. How many free kicks have we scored this year? Like we went years not scoring a free kick, and now
you forget about Zarate. Zarate did one, didn't he?
Yeah. Valencia scored one, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. It's but I mean, looking at their goal, I mean, it was a foul, wasn't it? On
100%. 100% foul.
Just so frustrated.
And we should have had a pen. What's your opinion on the pen? I think it's the pen.
Oh, you could see it from there. In the stand, you could see that he fouled him.
Because obviously there was a lot of...
I noticed with the linesman hardly gave a decision the whole game without checking with the ref first. Really frustrating.
See, when I watched the highlights and I watched the replays again, and when I've done the highlights for the review video, that really annoyed me, because if you look at the foul on Randolph, the ref probably couldn't see that. Right, the ref's view was blocked, so he probably couldn't see that. The lino was right there. The lino was banging line. There's no way that he didn't see it.
No.
So I mean, why didn't he flag for it?
Schweinsteiger, using all his experience, got away with it. I guess crafty German, you could say.
I think on the whole, though, I think even the biggest of West Ham fans that we are, you've got to admit, I think a draw. Yeah. They deserve the draw.
Yeah. On the balance of play overall. Yeah, because they were all over us at the end.
After the goal, we sort of collapsed.
Yeah.
Second half. I mean, other than that goal and what should have been a penalty, we were right under the cosh actually. Second half.
Yeah.
So draw was a fair result in the end, but it's still frustrating, and you do still feel
because we should have had a pen.
To be 7 minutes from a semi-final, it was just. I mean, I felt so deflated. Driving out of Manchester. Yeah. I just felt exhausted.
That goal as well, that deserved, to win any match. It's one of those greatest FA Cup goals, surely. If it would have been the winning goal.
I mean, looking ahead to the replay, they'll probably have Rooney back.
Is Rooney that close?
He is close. He's close. I don't know how. Well, of course, we don't know when the replay is going to be.
Obviously, Mata will be back as well.
Mata will be back. I mean,
I still think we can beat them, but I don't know. It's just.
Will Mata be back for that game?
Mata, yeah. Rooney and Mata will be.
Yeah. No, I still think we can do them, but I have this belief that you have to go and do it up there and have it done.
That was our chance.
I don't know. I think we've got. That was a fantastic chance to win the game. But I mean, come on, at Upton Park, we're unbeaten for 7 months now. We're unbeaten since August. No one wants to come and play at the Boleyn right now.
I suppose you've got to look at that. We're going to probably be welcoming back Ginge and possibly Tompkins at that point. So we're going to have stronger players. Saka will be that slightly bit fitter. Lanzini, because Lanzini was very quiet on Saturday. Not his fault. I just think they worked out that Cresswell is our main outlet. I think he gets the ball and he picks that pair.
I will say, watching the game, I think Man United done a very, very good job of closing down our defence.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as we had the ball at the back, they were on it, and they really prevented that ball coming into midfield. So most of the time, we were bypassing the midfield completely.
Yeah.
Which meant Lanzini and really Payet didn't really get into the game that much until the end. Payet really weren't that much in the game, and I think Man United did a good job. Yeah, there they really pressed our defence and stopped us playing it out. So we were just smashing it.
Okay. Right. So what about the draw, guys? It's one of those now, isn't it? If we bloody win it now, we've bloody earned it. We've earned it if we go and win that FA Cup.
The thing that was funny about the draw is that I wanted Watford, but they're actually the only team out of the others that have beaten us this year. Obviously, we've beaten Palace, undefeated against Everton in 2 games.
Watford did look very, very good against Arsenal. Very good. It was a great goal as well. But Everton, guys...
it's them again. It's Lukaku again, isn't it?
200 quid on Lukaku to score first at Wembley, if we get there.
I mean, as I said the other day, I think we were the team that every other team in that draw wanted to avoid us. I'm sure of that. We're one of the informed sides in the country at the moment. A lot can change in a month, obviously. We may not come the replay. God knows when that's going to be.
We may not even get to the semi-final, but if we do, I think it will be tough. It will be very tough.
I mean, it would be good at Wembley, 2 well-supported clubs, West Ham and Everton. It'd be a good atmosphere in the semi-final. I mean, ditto for Man United. They get it. Hopefully they don't. But, let's not look too far ahead. But I was disappointed to draw Everton. Let's say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, that's the one team you didn't want to get. But then you say, well, if we beat them, our name should be on the cup.
Yeah. Beat Liverpool, Man United... Wolves, Blackburn, tough run, tough run. But you have to beat the best to win it.
Yeah.
At some point, you have got to beat one of those big boys. We've unfortunately got to beat 3 big boys: Liverpool, Man United, and Everton, to even get to the final. And then it's anybody's, like Watford and Palace are going to be up for it if they get there, just like we was when we played Liverpool 10 years ago.
And of course, it could be Pardew again in a final.
Yeah,
like it was
that
for
would
us.
be nice. That would be quite nice actually if we do get to the final to play Pards. I'd like that.
Yeah, it's a tough draw.
Okay,
but we have to beat United first.
Looking ahead, guys, to the weekend. Guys, there'll be no preview this because, again, as I said, if it's a big top 4 team, we'll have the preview as the podcast.
Should be top 4 team.
Yeah, not this season. Chelsea, guys, the weekend, massive game.
Huge.
Especially when just to take this away from the preview, right? This weekend is Man City, Manchester United. We've got Chelsea, and then the weekend after the international break, we have Arsenal. So massive, absolutely massive 2 games coming up for us on what are our top 4 credentials, really.
Yeah, I mean, great time to play Chelsea with Costa out, Hazard out. They've drawn a lot of games under Hiddink. It's not the fortress it once was, Stamford Bridge. Great chance to go there and get something, as I always say, happy with a point if we get it.
They're still carrying platters as well. That you're still carrying your Ivanoviches, your Matic. Even Courtois doesn't look as bossy as he did last year.
I mean, Lukaku's goal at the weekend in the cup was great, but he walked through that Chelsea defence like he wouldn't have done last season.
Yeah, I think something like pathetic defence.
Yeah. Let's go there and have a go. Unlike we did under Allardyce last year, who ruined our season on Boxing Day last year by playing a weak inside and sitting back when we were playing so well.
Byron will go back in for us, so we have the natural right back. Antonio can push back up again.
Yeah, Winston Reid has declared himself fit as well, which is good to see.
Reid is declared himself fit.
I was worried. I hadn't seen anything about it when he went off. It was obviously he hadn't played much. I thought he might have had a little injury when he went off on Sunday, but good to see that he'll be right.
I do want Ginge, I have to say. We was talking about that before, weren't we? About Tompkins and Ginge. Do we miss him? Because it's great to have 2 ball-playing defenders, isn't it? With Ogbonna and Reid. Brilliant. Like distribution, calmness on the ball. But I think maybe we do need that hard man in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in a London derby. It's going to be a feisty atmosphere at Stamford Bridge.
Obviously, Costa's not there now, but Ginge would have given him a lovely game. Do you know what I mean?
But actually, if you think if it's going to be Remy playing up front, he's pacey. Maybe Reid and Ogbonna is the right pair.
The way to go,
yeah.
So
obviously, at Upton Park this year was a good game, wasn't it?
We won 2-1.
We won 2-1. So
Matic got sent off.
Yeah, we haven't got a bad record against them recently, have we? It's been a while since we've won there, but we ain't got bad record. We've got nothing to fear going there.
That's the thing. I was just going to say, it's a funny one. It's a strange feeling going to Stamford Bridge. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, I'm not even. Like hyped. Usually, when you play Chelsea, it's like you're really hyped for that game. I've not had that same hype that for Spurs this year and Man United the weekend. Yeah, I've not had that same hype.
Are we favourites on Saturday?
I don't know, actually.
Not in the book. I mean, in our opinion.
If you were,
in my opinion, definitely.
If you were neutral, and like you see West Ham at 4-1, it's definitely worth a tenner. It's one of those ones like we could definitely go there and turn them over.
The odds can't be that long.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
But no, I would say
odds at them.
I think we're favourites. I don't know why we wouldn't be. We're having a better season. We're playing well. A couple of weeks ago, as I said, I was worried about them. I was worried about them catching us. But yeah, beat them this weekend. And do you know what? Looking at it and looking at the games that we've got to play and the form that the teams above us are in, I honestly, this is a big statement. I would not be surprised to see us finish 3rd this year.
Well, if you
honestly though, I believe it.
Did you read Sir Alex's interview saying that about Leicester? Obviously, when it was 3 games to go, he also says he won't be surprised if West Ham get top 4.
Well, he's hoping. Very knowledgeable man, obviously.
Yeah.
I
think it's these 2 games, Chelsea, Arsenal, because if we can win both of them or even get 4 points, we are right up Arsenal's back door. And Man City, Man United, obviously, they're like that, aren't they? So that's a draw.
You called it, Luke. We're 4-1 at the bookies.
It is 4-1, yeah.
And that's far too. That's ridiculous odds.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a few quid.
That is disrespectful to West Ham.
Yeah,
those odds. My something I noticed on Sunday, the players looked really deflated at the end.
Yeah, Mark Noble looked really, really distraught, actually.
How much of an impact will that have going forward?
Yeah, because losing a lead like that when you're so close can have a real negative impact. But I don't know. I don't think Slav will instill that in them. I think Slav's a cleverer man. Like, come on, guys, we've still got top 4 we can go for.
Yeah.
Like start pumping that into their heads. What's your predictions, guys, quickly, before we move on?
I think we can go there and win. Oh, I don't think we will, though. I'm going in a 0-0 draw.
I'd go, if for me, being forever the optimist, I want to say I think we'll win 1-0, but honestly I think we're going to probably draw as well. So I'd say probably 1-1.
Right, okay. Yusuf will sit on the fence, so I'll have to go out there. I'll go Willian to score first and West Ham to lose 1-0. I'm sorry, West Ham fans. I'm sorry.
and again,
I hope next video we're saying we are sitting 1 point behind Arsenal or whatever. Because ain't Arsenal got Everton as well this weekend?
Yeah, tough.
So it's massive. This is a massive, massive weekend for fixtures, guys. Yeah. If everything goes our way and we win, to be fair, we don't have to win as long as the other fixtures go our way.
If City and United is a draw,
so many swings and roundabouts that's going to happen now.
We want the Manchester derby to be a draw, don't we? I guess.
Yeah, and then Everton, you want them to do us a favour.
Yeah,
and I can see them beating Arsenal. I think Arsenal have completely gone. Like, they've just collapsed.
That's what I mean. See, that's what I was saying earlier. Why it wouldn't surprise me to see us finish top 3.
Yeah, we're only 3 points behind them.
We're 3 points behind Arsenal, right? You got Leicester and Tottenham are away, right? Then Leicester have probably got the lead now. Then you've got Arsenal on 52, City on 51. City ain't doing great at the minute either.
They were shocking at the weekend.
Yeah, and Aguero break down again before the end of the season.
Yeah, Pellegrini's like, his head's away. He's going anyway. What does he care? Arsenal's on the slide. I honestly, I don't see why we can't take.
I hope so much.
The thing with Arsenal is they always find a way of getting that top 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying. I don't think
they have this. They have this.
It's that ability to go and win 8 in a row, isn't it?
Yeah,
they'll just go boom. 8.
They've got that in their locker.
My prediction for just looking at the league table now, my prediction for the top 4 will be Leicester, Tottenham, us, Man United.
Man United.
Yeah.
I can see Liverpool coming back in it though. I don't know.
Nah. Well, Liverpool, actually, looking at it, Liverpool are on a decent run at the minute
now as well.
Yeah, and they've got 2 games in hand as well, actually.
Yeah.
So what are we 5 in front of Liverpool?
They're on 44. We're on 49. Yeah, but they've got a game in hand.
Yeah, I just want us to get, like, to secure top 6 and then push on. Like, if we're there secure in about 4 games time, then go on. Like, if we get a 9-point gap, which could happen in the next sort of 2-3 games, then we know it's like, okay, that's guaranteed Europa League. Just go for it now.
No, I'm telling you.
As always, I didn't go looking for it.
I mean, I've said this before. I think that we would have earned it because in the next we had Tottenham 2 weeks ago. We've got Leicester. We've got United. We've got Arsenal. We would have earned it if we do get it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So that's enough for the Chelsea game for now. So rumours are a new signing. Obviously, no official words yet, but there has been some snippets from Borussia Mönchengladbach that this guy will be signing.
Sounds like it's done. Yeah, it sounds like it's done.
What is his name again? Is it
Nordvoigt?
75 on FIFA, guys. For any guys that play FIFA, so sort of average West Ham sort of signing, really.
I can't say I know anything about him. Sorry,
no.
Started his career. It was at Arsenal, which I didn't realise.
Yes. Was he not a right back at Arsenal, and then he's developed now into a CDM?
I don't think he ever played for Arsenal's first team.
No, he didn't play for.
He was on the bench, I think, once.
Yeah,
is a good.
But interesting signing. I think it was Lee or possibly Paul said it. Could this be the end of Alex Song now?
Yeah,
I think yes.
The rumours are, again, reading these up Mother Brown, Jinxed on there. If anyone reads it, probably knows who Jinxed is. Very well respected in the know. He's saying that. So apparently, if Song makes 3 more appearances, then that will trigger the loan extension. for next year, or it will trigger it. And from the sounds of things, West Ham don't want that to happen. So we've signed a defensive midfield now, so it would seem likely that Alex Song will be off at the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Obiang as well. Anyway, younger player, good legs on him, good distribution. So yeah, I'd rather see that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think Song's knees have gone. I honestly think his knees are gone.
Yeah, I think his mind's out of football. He has all that fashion T-shap business going on, doesn't he? And T-shap. Yeah. I think he's every video he posts is of him singing. I think his mind's somewhere else. It's not really on football. But his kids are in the academy, I think, as you said last week, Paul. So
yeah, it swings, doesn't it?
Like, you never know. I think this new guy is meant to be decent, though. I think he's captained Borussia a few times this season.
Liverpool wanted him, I think I've read.
Arsenal wanted him back as well, apparently.
Well, there you go.
I think he scored 4 goals this year.
For CDM, that's decent.
Yeah, he's made lots of appearances. I think he was banned. I don't know why, but apparently he was banned for the start of the season. I'm guessing. I don't know, because cards don't carry over, do they, across the season? So he might have done something in the off season. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently he's been quite a key player for him this year. So
that's nice.
It's good to hear.
Free transfer, so no money being spent. I'm fine with that.
Good to see us getting our business done early.
Obviously, the other rumour is the finalisation of Lanzini, guys, for 7 mil. Very, very happy with that.
Fantastic.
Very,
Delighted.
very happy with that. 7 million is a snippet for a gem like him. I know Lee was asking some questions for the show, saying about has he been the same since the injury, but he's only been back about 3 games, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's lacking.
But he's hard to say in a minute.
Yeah, he did a few decent things at the weekend. Had a good game against Tottenham. He's a young lad, great potential. Let's hope that he's going to fulfil it at West Ham.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. So exciting times, guys. It's nice.
I mean, what a player to learn from, to have Payet in the same team.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, I can see Lanzini being more of a central midfielder because he's got that sort of bulldog in him that he could play.
Yeah, he could play 10.
I think the only reason he probably is playing on the wing is because Payet's there.
Yeah.
If we didn't have him, if we didn't have Payet, then I imagine that Slav would be building the team around Lanzini instead. So that's probably what you'll see happen. Hopefully we keep hold of Lanzini for a few years. And you never know, maybe 5 years down the line, that'll be Lanzini then stepping into that role.
Yeah, definitely. He's only 22 and he's 23, so he's still very, very young to develop. Okay, next topic, guys. Olympic Stadium. What is our views? Obviously, Lee covered it in a video, his own opinions, but obviously it'd be nice to get us all together and discuss it, what we think.
Excited. I think up until this last week, they'd managed to move really well. But the thing with the ballot for the last game and the taking the gates away without telling anyone was poor.
Yeah, very strange. Yeah.
Other than that, as I've said from day one, is that you have to move to a bigger stadium to fulfil your potential, and it's worked for Arsenal, it's worked for City, and let's hope it works for us.
Yeah, I agree. I've never been against the move. I think it's part of the times now. You have to move on. You have to get bigger stadiums. I think the stadium is a key factor in why players like Payet came to the club and why we're keeping players like Payet. Would Payet have stayed if the Olympic Stadium wasn't there next year? I don't know. I personally don't think he would have.
No. He'd have any number of suitors across Europe. So it's a big thing. I'm excited. I'm excited for the move. Obviously, as every West Ham fan will be, very sad to leave the bowling. Some fantastic memories there, but if we do want to move on and we do want to make that step to the next level, it's one of the things that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, and even things like logistically, Upton Park's a nightmare to get to.
Yeah,
frankly.
Travel links.
Stratford's just so much got such a better setup.
Yeah.
As I say, it does attract the good players. I think people want to come and play in nice stadiums, and we've proven we can fill it. When I did my video about a year ago now, maybe not how long, I was worried about whether we'd fill it obviously now that looks fine. In fact, we're asking for an extension. It's a great, very positive.
On that then, guys, obviously we usually do the fan questions at the end, but we have Roy ask, do you want to be taken over? So what do we think?
I do.
I do as well. I do.
Controversial opinion. I know there's a lot of West Ham fans that say, no, I don't want to be the next Man City. I do.
I do.
Why wouldn't you? Don't get me wrong, right? I don't want to see it at the expense of the players we've got now and our youth team. I don't want to see it at the expense of them. But who don't want to see the best players in the world turning out for your club? Who don't want to see you playing in the Champions League against the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
That's the dream. If it's not the dream, then what's the point?
Yeah. What are we paying our money for? Season ticket. If you don't want to go and achieve that.
Yeah.
What happens if you get someone like your Cardiff guy who said, "I'm changing the colour of the kit"?
Well, that's what you don't want. But then, fan power, innit? Because, he did that, but then they've reverted. The Cardiff kits are reverted this year. You had it with the guy who came in for Hull. The Hull owner wanted to change their name to Hull Tigers, and the league said, no, you can't do that. So, there are a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do. And fan power is a massive thing. If they turn around and said, right, we're now called West Ham London, or we're called like London Hammers or something, and we're going to be playing in white and gold. First of all, I don't think that'd happen. But second, if it wouldn't be allowed to happen, and third, if it did, there'd be a fan revolt. So,
I think it has to be done in a way how it looks like Everton are doing it with
under the radar.
They come in at like 49% ownership. So like David Sullivan's like 51%. So he can sort of guide it, but there obviously all the money is coming from that 49%. And David's just there as the face rather than the actual man making the decisions.
I think it's worth saying that the Daves and Cameron Brady have done a superb job. Nearly debt-free.
They saved us from the
extinction. I mean, they haven't taken a single salary from the club. They haven't taken a penny out of the club. Everything they've made has gone straight. Well, that's what they're telling us anyway. I'm sure it's true.
I don't know.
No reason to doubt
that is to go in now. I don't know whether.
They've always said we'll be debt free by the time we move.
Well, we won't be debt free. There'll be no debt secured on the stadium, so there'll be no external debt. So we'll still owe money. I think we'll still be 60 million or something in debt, but we'll be in debt to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think the Sheffield United money's paid off soon.
Yeah, that's got to be paid off, isn't it? That's like 9 years ago now, isn't it?
Sheffield United.
Yeah, 9 years ago, isn't it?
I think that was that last year or the year? I think last year.
I remember reading something about it. Yeah.
I think last year was the final payment.
I mean, going back to your question, yes, I want to win everything. Of course I do, but I don't want to lose the club that we have.
No.
And that style, that buying players, only works for a certain amount of time.
Look at Chelsea.
You've got to have that sort of Man United of the past, I'm saying, not now, where it's like we go and find a gem and develop them. Like Ronaldo. Go and pluck Ronaldo out, develop him to the best in the world. Not just, let's go and buy Pogba, let's go and buy this one. Because
I'd love to see Pogba in a West Ham.
Yeah, but it's not a long-term thing.
No.
You've got to go and pluck that gem and develop them.
Well, Lanzini.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I mean. That's what I want to see at the club. I want us to get there gradually.
It's different as well.
Years. Like Spurs have done a good job. I hate saying it, but Spurs have done a great job of developing their team.
Yeah, they have.
You know what I loved? Sam Byram, Everton put in a bid, and we trumped him. We said no way, we're having him. We didn't want him yet. We wanted him at the end of the season, but we went in and got him.
Yeah,
Good to see.
Yeah. No, I think I was going to say a lot of people that are against the takeover will probably be the older supporters who've been with the club a long time. But the thing is they've already seen some success. They've seen us lift cups. Our generation, we haven't seen that. And in this day and age now, unless you have a freak season like Leicester, it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? You need that investment.
They do.
I think if we win the FA Cup this year, I'll burst into tears, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I nearly did when Pat scored, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, so it's exciting times, guys. Like, as you say, I can't see us not getting taken over. They can deny it to the ground. All that name change, not the name change, sorry, the badge change, the location at Westfield. it just makes sense to get taken over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Next one, guys. Obviously, carrying on with our last season at Upton Park. Best and worst, and this week, best and worst managers, guys.
Yeah. So we start with the worst.
Yeah. Again, we say it every week. Our memories are only 90s to now, so we are going to give some honourable mentions just quickly. Should we give the honourable mentions to the best? So that would be your Greenwoods, your Lyles, and people like that we didn't get to see ourselves, but obviously their own right that they've earned their place on the list.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of controversial ones. Harry Redknapp is one.
What are we doing here? We're talking about the best managers, yeah?
Best
Well,
borderline.
we'll say names, and then we'll decide.
Yeah, okay.
Best, middle, or worst. Yeah.
So Harry Redknapp did a great job for West Ham.
I'll put him in best, yeah.
But he massively underachieved with that squad.
Yeah, I would say he's borderline middle best. So, as Lee says, that team possibly could have picked up a Carling Cup somewhere there. But then we did get into Europe with him, didn't we?
We did, and if it weren't for Manny on the Wimmy and that person who didn't do his job properly, we maybe would have won the League Cup.
Yeah.
And what was his highest finish? 7th?
5th? No, 6th.
5th.
No, it was 5th. Yeah, it was 5th.
5th. Yeah. So if you compare that to now, a 5th finish now would be sensational. So to finish 5th back then, no European football back then either. Yeah, he did well.
It was a great team. The football was good. It was exciting. It was an exciting time to be a West Ham fan.
I think another thing, just as a bad tick as well as a good tick, is it sort of falls like that with him, is obviously his transfers. For every one wonder player, he picked up 12 bad ones? Did you say that? 12 bad?
Well, I wouldn't say 12, but there were a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad ones for every good one, yeah.
Yeah. But obviously he gave us Paolo, he gave us Trevor Sinclair.
Scott Minto.
Oversaw probably the best crop of youth players we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And case in point is that when he left, and we can move on to who replaced him, we got relegated.
Yeah. Yeah, within, 2 years, was it? 3 years?
We stayed up the first year, didn't we? And in the second year, we went down.
Yeah.
Through Glenn. Pressure Glenn.
Well, there you go. Glenn goes straight into the best managers.
Glenn, towards the end of that second year as well, had the massive clash of egos with Paolo, didn't he? Like, was refusing to play him.
Yeah, but that ruined him, really, because for a club of our size, you can't not play your best player.
No,
you can't.
That's one of the best players in the league, not just best player at the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he obviously got quite sick towards the end, which was sad. It sort of ended sourly, but he wasn't cut out for management. I don't think. Very good coach.
Obviously,
not cut out for management.
Moving on to the man that stepped in for 10 games, Sir Trev.
Legend.
Yeah. Obviously, was only there 10. I think it's 12 games, wasn't it? In the end, because he took over at the start of the Championship season as well. He's a legend, isn't he? Like, he tried his best. He nearly kept us up, didn't he?
Pure passion on the touchline.
Yeah.
And what a difference that made, to see that.
He put Paolo straight in. He knows the West Ham way. And
we were so close to doing the unthinkable and staying up that year. So close.
Definitely.
So, wasn't to be. Highest number of points ever for going down, I think, still.
Yeah.
42, was it?
Yeah.
41, 42?
43.
I think that's still the record.
Yeah. Massive number. Like, Villa would bite your hand off for 43 points.
Yeah. And then that silver-haired fox, Alan Pardew, stepped in.
Yeah, so Alan obviously was doing really well at Reading when he came over. And for me, Alan does go in the best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played some great football under Pardew.
I don't think you could debate that. Great football, took us to an FA Cup final, shades away from winning it. Again, though, it's... I think off the field, possibly, and it's...
Yeah, have you seen...
There was some shenanigans going on.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
We're a family show.
But, yeah, with Pards, obviously, I think it's the Pardew effect, as they say. He goes in, good 2 years, and then he loses the dressing room. I mean,
in my mind, it's between him and Eddie Howe for the next England manager, I think.
I would have Pards as England manager. Definitely, I would. I
think he'd do it right.
Big fan. And obviously, it's a credit to him. Obviously, Where did he go after us? Did he go Charlton?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember us cheering his name at the game, and that's credit to him. Obviously, shows what a job he did do at West Ham.
Mm.
And then midway through that season, when we had Tevez and Mascherano, and we was doing a terrible season, Alan Kirbishley stepped in.
Yeah.
Tough one again.
Kirbishley, for me, does what it says on the tin.
It was so boring. Oh my god!
The football was boring. It was boring.
We needed a firefighter to stabilise the club, and that's what he did. I was actually saying to some Newcastle fans in work, he would have been perfect to go in there. Like he's not.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Yeah.
He's not a manager that's about to going to take your place, but he would go into Newcastle now and sort them right out.
It's funny because he hasn't had a job since leaving us, has he?
No,
no,
not to my knowledge. No.
Do you know what I think buggered him up is that he sued us, didn't he, for unfair dismissal?
He won though.
Yeah, he won, but that just doesn't look good, does it, when you're suing your ex-employers?
Yeah. Obviously, he brought in. He was the manager. Obviously, first under Egg Magnusson as well.
Yeah, spent a lot of money.
He bought in Parker. Obviously, who went on to be a really good Hammers legend. But another one who bought a lot of crap that didn't really work out, like Kieran Dyer,
Matt Upson,
Lundberg.
Yeah, Lundberg.
Did
like Bellamy, obviously Bellamy.
Yeah, Barmaway, yeah.
Yeah. So he's another one that he wasted a lot of money.
And another one that's tough to put him in a column, Zola, straight after.
Yeah.
Again, some great football. Great football at the start. Turned sour again.
I think he got on with the undermined massively, I think.
I think with Zola as well, he had the injuries, didn't he, as well? Like Dean Ashton just come back and it started off really, really well. And I don't know, Barami, Collinson, like he had a very good team there as well.
See, the thing is, I think Zola is another one that you could put down and say he was a fantastic coach. If you want to go into like the European game and say he was a fantastic head coach, but he was too soft to be a manager to handle a football club in the Premier League. He was too soft.
Yeah, I agree. But then, obviously, he went. And in one word, please, guys, Avram Grant, one word.
Well, sorry, just back on Zola. I think a lot of what happened with Zola as well was when Clark went. Because Steve Clark, our defence was really good, weren't it? When Steve Clark was there as his assistant. And I think that's sort of when it all sort of went a little bit wrong for Zola as well. But yeah, going on as Lee says.
Avram Grant, one word. I don't want to give him any more time. It was such a bad season.
Do you know what though, right? I have to say, when we appointed Grant, I didn't think it was a bad appointment.
No, he had a good record.
I really
Chelsea.
didn't.
Yeah.
I
was optimistic. Like, I thought, do you know what? This guy really appreciates cup games because he has a good record of taking teams quite far in cups. But I don't know, he doesn't instill you, but well,
in fact, we got to the semi-final of the League Cup.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Because I remember
said about that match. About.
We went out. Yeah, went out on my birthday.
That was shocking. So he fucked off, frankly, and it gave us Paul's best mate, Super Sam Allardyce. Let's break this down. Okay, Championship season.
Should have won the league with that team.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things. We got you up with the first attempt, but scraped it. We had the most expensive club in the most expensive team in the league. We had the best team in the league. We should have walked it. We should have walked that league, and we didn't. We struggled.
But we had that great day at Wembley, which I would have turned for nothing.
No, I don't want to be too harsh on him. In that first year because he did what he had to do.
He got us up.
We got up.
See, that's the thing, though, right? That sums up Allardyce. That sentence sums up Allardyce. He did what he had to do.
Yeah.
He didn't do no more. He wouldn't do no less. Did what he had to do. That sums up Allardyce's career, in my opinion.
I think the most disgraceful thing he did was that Nottingham Forest game when he played 11. Well, he didn't play 11 games, 9 kids or something. Gave 9 debuts. Yeah. Just showed the pure. You tell me I don't play kids, I'm going to play fucking 9 of them.
Get to the semi-final of Carling Cup. And lose 9-1, wasn't it?
9-0. 9-0.
Oh, God.
So,
is he?
And then, like you say, the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
We were on a roll. We were flying, and then he decided he threw that game.
Well, no. What it was is obviously he was forced to play that way at the beginning of last year. It was like, okay, Kev's not fit, Carroll's not fit. We'll start. I'll tell you what. We'll start with Sacco, Valencia, and Diane at the top of the diamond. And we were playing some of the best football. You can't deny it. Like, it was great football, wasn't it?
And it was bizarre.
It was brilliant.
It was bizarre. Like, Downing, all of a sudden, was back on the wing.
Yeah.
Where he was shit.
Yeah.
I was going quite a lot.
He got back. No, but he got back in the England team.
Yeah, playing in
top of the diamond.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, what was he doing? I just don't get it.
Some of his decision, I mean, he was the third highest paid manager in Europe, third or fourth.
He was up there, yeah.
And then we're going to put Valencia on the wing as well. Like, and he's just
very, very
so
stubborn man, very
arrogant.
Stubborn man, set in his ways. Yeah, arrogant. Yes.
He's hoping he's relegated to this season.
Yeah, he got us up. Yeah, he kept us up, stabilised us, and he gave us a good platform to move on. So yes, thank you, Sam. Obviously, appreciate that.
I think Lee said it a few times as well. One thing I will give the man credit for as well, I think Winston Reid has become the player he's become because...
The defence in general, to be fair.
Yeah, because of that, Sam is still...
Tompkins come on a long way as well under him.
And of course, he's left it now to... Well, he didn't leave, he was sacked to Slaven Bilic.
Well, he wasn't sacked, his contract was renewed.
His contract wasn't renewed.
Slav's in now. So far, so good. I think is the best way to describe it.
Was it right to not take the Europa League seriously?
In hindsight, probably. If you look at the season we're having now, yeah, probably, because we're struggling with injuries as it is. But let alone if we had a European campaign as well.
It's one of those, isn't it? Like, I think you said it last week. It's we had to stay up this year. That was all it was. Like,
we
none of us
finished.
Expected.
Yeah,
I would have been happy with 10th this year.
I would have been happy with 17th.
Yeah, it was just get to that stadium so Tottenham can't mug us off, Millwall can't mug us off if we're in the Championship. And he's done that and well succeeded,
Absolutely. And when you consider as well, when he joined, so many experts wrote him off straight away. West Ham are going to get relegated under Slav. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that phrase. God.
Be careful what you wish for. Well,
I've wished for it and I've got it. Yeah, I've wished for it and got more.
So, in a word, favourite West Ham manager of your lifetime? In a word.
Well, because...
It's not a word.
Wait, what are we saying? Is he our favourite manager or who is?
No, I'm asking you, who is your favourite manager of your lifetime?
I can't say Slav.
I can't.
Yet.
I've got to be controversial and say Redknapp.
Does next year.
I'd have to say Redknapp.
I'm going to say Pards.
I'm going to say Pardew as well.
FA Cup final.
Actually, I'm going to say Allardyce just to piss Paul off.
Cheers, mate.
No, Pardew.
Yeah, Pardew.
What about you guys? Who's your favourite West Ham manager? So let us know what you think, and let us know what you think about Allardyce. We'll get onto that whole conversation. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. What do you think?
Obviously, and for the elder generation, tell us what about your John Lyles and your Lou Macaris and your Greenwoods and your Bonses, things like that. Let us know what they were like.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great topic, managers, obviously, because it divides opinions. Because there's still obviously some Big Sam people out there that didn't want him to go in the first place.
Yeah, of course.
They was very happy with him being there. Yeah,
each to their own.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do the couple more fan questions, guys. Then, competition winner. The 100 subs. 116 now, guys. Keep sharing our stuff, guys. Really appreciate it. Let's have a look. Next question, guys. Colin, what was our first game at Upton Park? Well, I remember mine. I think I was 9. It was West Ham Norwich, and I believe the Aussie Robbie Slater.
2-2.
2-2, yeah.
That was my first game.
Yeah.
That was my first game. That was, that was in 1995.
Yeah, that sort of time, yeah.
It's 1995, so, yeah I would have been 10.
My Bubbles kit, sitting in the West Ham with the old wooden seats, and just being, cliche, in love straight away.
And that amazing. I didn't know that was your first game. That was my first game as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, walking to the ground. My stepdad took me, bought me my very first West Ham shirt, which was the centenary Bubbles shirt. Fantastic day.
To my shame, I don't know. So I will check with my dad and let you know next week.
Was it not the game when your brother was masked?
No, there was one before that.
Ah, right.
There's one before that. I always thought it was, but there was definitely one before. And I will check and get back to Colin.
Okay. So, yeah, that was our first game, Colin.
Not that he probably cares,
what was your first game, guys? obviously it's one of those ones that really should stick out in your memory. You know, like your first time you went. Who we got next? Nathan _ WHU78.
Good name.
With all the injuries this year, do you feel we have some injury-prone players now, i.e., Winston Reid and Diafra?
Well, Carroll's definitely injury-prone.
Oh yeah, Carroll. Yeah.
Sacco is getting dangerously close to being on that list.
Yeah, Sacco, I think, has got potential to be a Daniel Sturridge, which I would hate to see. I would hate to see that because he's so vital when he's fit.
Yeah, I don't know about Winston. He's had a couple of injuries, but I don't think he's been that chronic.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting question.
What do you think, Lee?
Yes, I think Winston Reid's becoming injury prone, but he's too good a player for us to dispose of. So.
Oh, definitely.
Of course. Sacco, same boat as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You would never get rid of him.
No. Last question, guys, from Peter. Tompkins or Byram, first choice on performances this year?
In a word, because it's his natural position, Byram.
Yeah, and he's impressed me as well, Byram.
Yeah.
He really has impressed me. He reminds me of Cresswell. Got the potential to go on, I think, and be a really good player for us next year.
Yeah, the more games he plays, obviously, the better he's going to get.
Yeah. Okay, guys, competition time. If you commented on the last podcast video and liked it, I think there was about 9 of you that actually commented. I've put your name in this shoebox. I'm going to give it a little shake. And
drum roll, please.
If your name is out, please contact us on Twitter. Okay.
It's exciting.
Is
Lee.
Ryan Hadlow.
Well done, Ryan.
Ryan, well done. If you get in contact with us on Twitter or on the Facebook page, send us your address over. Obviously, I will put it out on Twitter now that you are the winner. Get in touch and I'll send that out as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for commenting, guys, as always. I'll be back with a review of the Chelsea game, hopefully with some really good news that we've won that game.
I'll be up with my mixed team very soon as well. West Ham and Chelsea mixed team.
Yep.
Let us know who you think should get in that team. Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the England international break next week, so we'll be talking probably about the players that have just missed it for West Ham, or hopefully we can say a couple of players have made it.
Yeah.
Keep watching, guys. Keep believing. Come on, you Irons. We're so close to winning a trophy. Let's go.
Cheers.